Okay. Good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on electromagnetic theory, that is your core paper 13, belongs to 6th semester BSc syllabus. In our last class we have been discussed in detail about depth of penetration, and it is represented by the symbol delta, or it is also called as the skin depth. In detail we have been discussed, and this is the expression of the skin depth or depth of the penetration of conducting medium, and this is your expression for your dielectric medium. With the definition, it is the depth of penetration delta is nothing but that the distance that the electromagnetic wave is going to be penetrate in a medium where the original magnitude is going to be reduced to 37 percentage, reduced to, okay, that means from here to here. So here if it is the value is 100%, 100, here it will be only 37, okay, reduced to 37 percentage means the continuous of reduction of the amplitude is going to be starts from here. Okay, it is reduced and remaining 37 percentage you can get after this distance. This distance is nothing but called as your depth of penetration, that we discussed in the last class in detail. And in today class we are going to discuss a new topic, that is your propagation of electromagnetic wave, that is EMW, in ionized gas. Okay, so ionized gas means what you just recall your sputtering, whatever we have been studied in your nanotechnology paper. That means in the sputtering a plasma condition has been formed. The plasma condition means positive negative, positive negative ionic one medium is going to be formed. So this medium where only ions, most of the inside the space, the most of the ions we can found, that medium is nothing but called as your the so called ionized medium, or itself it is also called as the plasma medium. So one of the best example of the plasma medium we have our ionosphere. Okay, ionosphere here I written, okay, ionosphere of the earth, that is the best example of the plasma medium. Okay, now we are going to be find out the expressions that your propagation vector will be how much in your plasma medium or ionized medium, and the plasma frequency. If the plasma frequency is omega p, then what will the propagation vector that we are going to find out, and refractive index of the plasma medium that we are going to be find out. Okay, so with the introduction of this topic here, I have written somewhat shortly that in certain situations such as the ionosphere, one situation where we can found ionized gases, or a tenuous or very weak plasma ionized medium in which tenuous or very weak plasma where we can found, see, in the earth's atmosphere also we can found very weak plasma condition, positive and a negative. Suppose here one oxygen molecule is there, absorb some energy, so it is somewhat ionized. Okay, only for that many gas molecules are present in the atmosphere of the earth. So by getting energy from the space, suppose the solar wind came. Solar wind is the high energy electromagnetic wave, we can say. When it will be entered into the earth's climate, then the uh, earth's atmosphere is going to be somewhat ionized. And so only for that it is written that tenuous or very weak plasma. Tenuous means very weak, plasma means ionized medium in which electrons vibrates without colliding with molecules. That means in ionized medium we are going to get the positive ions and corresponding negative. Okay, so here ionized medium, in general ionized medium is what? You can define that uh, atoms have one or more electrons removed, one or more electrons removed from its one or more orbital electrons. Okay, orbital electrons removed. If it is so, then that condition or that space is called as your plasma medium or ionized medium. Okay, now the earth climate is a very thin uh, uh, plasma medium, but ionosphere is a dense plasma medium. Okay, so later on in our future uh, class we are going to be discuss when the electromagnetic wave is going to be penetrate ionosphere, then what type of behavior we are going to be find out, that we are going to discuss in our next class. Okay, so here what is happening, these are negative is nothing but the electrons which are ejected from the orbitals of the atoms, hence these atoms are gets positive. So this is the so-called ionized medium, and here it is written as that in which electrons, these electrons vibrating without colliding with the molecules, because at a condition, at equilibrium condition, uh, positive and negative ions, if I am going to add the magnitude of the positive and the negative, it will be zero. So at the equilibrium condition, the electrons is going to be oscillate in this medium without colliding with the atoms. Okay, atoms or molecules. The force on the charged particle in an electromagnetic field. Now this ionized medium is going to be put in a potential, positive and negative. So a force is going to be applied on this charged particle, that is your F equal to Q into E, and then as these are the ionized material, also earth has some magnetic field. Okay, so magnetic force also will be experienced on this charged particle, but as earth's magnetic field is very small, that magnetic force is going to be negligible. Okay, so hence the force on the charged particles which are oscillating in an electromagnetic field, by neglecting the earth's magnetic field because very less, it will be, in generalized it will be this one. This is your Lorentz force. Okay, this is your Lorentz force, will be this much, okay, but how we got this much, that here it has been discussed. Okay, actually a charged particle is going to be move or oscillate in a electric field and magnetic field, then both electric and magnetic force is going to be experienced on that charged particle. So this is also called as the Lorentz force. Okay, so F is your E into applied electric field plus V cross B. Let this is your equation number 1. Now as in plane wave, B equal to, B can be written as K cap, this is K cap cross E by C. So as B and propagation vector and E both are perpendicular, both three are perpendicular. See, this is your electric component, this is your magnetic component, E component, B component, this is your propagation direction. So both three are perpendicular with each other. So if I am going to do some cross product between propagation vector into E, then I am going to get the B. Okay, so it will be B equal to K cap. So this is K cap means unit vector along propagation direction cross E by C. So V cross B will be written as, both are perpendicular, V and B. If we are going to consider the perpendicular both are orthogonal. V and B, if we are going to consider orthogonal with each other, then it will be V cross B will be VB, and here B can be written as your E by C. K and E are both are perpendicular, so E by C is less than that of the 1, because B by C is less than that of the 1. So this can be neglected. So this value V cross P will be neglected from this equation number 1, and also E value, vector E can be represented by E0 into e to the I omega t minus k dot r. These things already we have been discussed many times. So here you can go back, that is the solution of this differential equations will be in the form of this one. So here same thing we have been considered, and this can be written as E0 e to the I omega t minus k. Instead of k we can write 2 pi by lambda, and k vector is nothing but 2 pi by lambda into unit vector of the k. So unit vector dot r, that implies E equal to E0 e to the power I omega t, because here lambda k dot r is very less than that of the lambda, very less than that of the lambda. So if it is very small means is if this is tends to 0 as compared with the lambda, then this whole term is going to be 0, because this term is in the numerator. So hence this term is going to be cancelled out. So E will be E0 into e to the I omega t, as this less than that of the lambda. So now equation number 1, the equation number 1 will be this one. We've reduced to F equal to E0 e to the I omega t. So hence the sentence here, whatever we written, the force on the charged particle in the electromagnetic field by neglecting the earth magnetic field will be this one. Okay. By considering these factors, we found this one by neglecting magnetic field, etc., whatever we discussed here. Now F, force is nothing but mass into acceleration, that is m into d square r by dt square. R is the position vector, so F can be written as m d r square by dt. Here r should be vector, position vector. So m dr square by dt square. So dr square by dt square will be E by m into your E0 into e to the power I omega t, e to the power I omega t. So that implies dr by dt will be equal to how much? Will be equal to E by m, E by m into E0 e to the I omega t by I omega. Okay. Now here dr by dt, rate of change of the position vector or the displacement, is nothing but your velocity. So v vector will be written as minus I E by m omega E. Let this is your equation number 2. How it will be minus I? See here, I is in your denominator. If I am going to take this I to the numerator, it will be obviously it will minus I. So or you can say that multiply I over here, the denominator I will be minus 1. So minus I E by m omega E. Let this is your equation number 2. Now if there are n electrons per unit volume, then this is your current density. Current density, we know that number of electrons per unit volume into charge into velocity. This is the standard format of your current density. Okay, so current density will be Jn is the number of electrons per unit volume, E into V, right? So substituting this value V from equation number 2, we get J will be equal to, here we have to put V value, this one. It will be J equal to I n E square by m omega E. Let this is your equation number 3. But we know that current density is nothing but conductivity into applied electric field. Okay, whatever we have been applied here, if this is your plasma medium and we applied a electric field, then current density inside this medium, ionized medium, will be conductivity of this medium and into applied electric field. So this is another expression of representation of your current density, that is your sigma E, applied electric field. So by comparing this, you just compare this and this, what you are going to find out? So E, J, sigma, the so-called conductivity, is purely imaginary and the value is nothing but minus I n E square by m omega. So here sigma is the value equal to minus I n e square by m omega, which is purely imaginary. Let this is your equation number 4, right? Now we have to derive the equations of wave propagation in ionized medium by using Maxwell's equation. Okay, then we have to use this expression and we are going to find out our required uh, propagation vector. Okay, so from Maxwell's equation we know what we know. The four standard Maxwell equations are del dot D equal to rho, let equal to A, this one A equation, and del dot B equal to 0, let this equation number B, and this one I mistakenly I written this one. This is your third Maxwell equation, del cross B equal to minus del B by del T, rate of change of magnetic field. Let this is your equation number C, and del cross H is nothing but your J dot J plus del D by del T. This is your equation number D. With we know that J is sigma into E, and B we know that mu. For any medium B is nothing but mu H, D is nothing but epsilon E, and your this all collectively called as equation number 5. And for so this is your 4 Maxwell equations. But for the present situation means we are considered the ionized medium, that means your plasma medium. So for this plasma medium, these 4 Maxwell's equation can be written by with the help of this one, will be this one. So here del dot E will be equal to 0, del dot H will be equal to 0, because see del dot B equal to 0 means del dot H will be also equal to 0. But here del dot D equal to rho, charge density, but del dot E equal to 0. Why it is, I am going to explain, wait. And del cross E will be equal to minus mu 0 del H by del T. So here you can see instead of B we have to use mu H, mu into H, mu H, but here it is mu 0 H. That means for the present situation means ionized gas, why it is mu 0, why relative permeability is not going to be considered. It is considered, but relative permeability will be 1. That I am going to discuss. Wait. So here del cross H will be J, can be substituted as sigma E. Okay, no problem. But D should be epsilon E. But here we have written epsilon 0 del E by del T. Why it is? You just go for the next page. We are going to go for the next page. There is the answer that for present case, that means your plasma or ionized medium, charge density is 0. Why the charge density is 0? Because there is no static charge we can found in your plasma medium. So here how many magnitude of positive ions we are going to get, negative ions also same. So net will be equal to 0. So charge density at any place in the medium will be equal to 0, and relative permittivity will be equal to 1. So epsilon, we know that epsilon 0 into epsilon r. So if relative permittivity will be 1, then permittivity of the plasma or ionized medium will be nothing but is equivalent to a free space. It is very interesting. Okay, and for the plasma medium or ionized medium, mu r, relative permeability also 1. So hence permeability of ionized medium will be equal to mu 0, which will be equal to free space value. Okay, free space. So hence if we are going to be consider this equation, we are going to consider del cross E, that is minus del B by del T. Okay, that is your del cross E equal to minus del B by del T. So here we have to put as B is your mu H, then it will be del cross E equal to minus mu into del h by del t. But it will be mu 0. Why? Mu is nothing but your mu 0 into mu r del h by del t, but mu r is nothing but 1. So hence it will be mu 0 del h by del t. Mu 0 del h by del t, that is your equation number 6. Similarly, permittivity will be equal to mu 0 for the case of ionized medium, because relative permittivity is equal to 1. Okay, now we have to take the curl of the equation number 6c. We have to take curl of this equation number 6c, that is your del cross E equal to mu 0 del by del t of del cross h. So here, according to the vector identity, we know that A cross B cross C is nothing but A into B dot C minus C into A dot B. So here A we considered as del, B is also del. So del cross E. Okay. So here instead of A it will be del, instead of B it will be del dot C is nothing but E minus E into del dot del is nothing but your del square. Okay. So same thing it has been written. So del into del dot E equal minus del square E equal to mu 0 del E by del T del cross H. But from equation number 6a and 6d, 6a and 6d is what? 6a is your del dot, 6a is del dot E equal to 0, and 6d is nothing but del cross H value is sigma E mu epsilon 0 del E by del T, that we are going to put here. Okay, so del dot E equal to 0, that means this value will be equal to 0. Del cross H from 6d we found sigma E plus epsilon 0 del E by del T. These two values we are going to be put here. Hence the above equation, that means this equation will be, this value is going to be 0, and here minus got cancel, left hand LHS and RHS. So del square E equal to mu 0 del by del T of del cross H is nothing but this one, this much value just substituted over here. So take these two terms this side, left side. So it will be del square E minus sigma mu 0 del E by del T minus mu 0 epsilon 0 del square. This is del E by del T, so it will be del square E by del T square equal to 0. Let this is your equation number 7. Similarly, starting from equation number D, now if we are going to consider equation number D and we have to take curl both the side, and by solving also we can get similar type of differential equation, that is your del square H minus sigma mu 0 del H by del T minus mu 0 epsilon 0 del square H by del T square. Okay, del T square equal to 0. Let this is your equation number 8. Now we are going to be consider the solution of the equation number 7 and 8, and several times we have been already discussed that this type of differential equation having the solution will be in the form of psi equal to psi 0 e to the power I omega t minus k dot r. So instead of psi, if we are going to consider electric and magnetic field, then see, at a time I written two equations here like this. So E is nothing but E0 e to the I omega t minus k dot r, H nothing but H0 e to the I omega t minus k dot r. So at a time here two equations are there. For E, this is your E0 e to the I omega t minus k dot r. For H will be equal to H0 e to the omega t minus k dot r. Let this is your equation number A. Okay. Now from the field vector E and H given by equation number 1, suggest that del tends to minus I and del by del T tends to I. This is somewhat interesting. You just see. We defined here E is nothing but E0 into e to the power I omega t minus K dot R is the solution. Okay, here in the last page we defined E, and similarly H equal to H0 e to the power I omega t minus K dot R. Okay, K dot R. But if we are going to consider equation number 7 and 8, here it is del square E value we have to consider, del E by del T value of E we have to consider, and del square E by del T square value we are going to be consider. So we have to substitute the value in equation number 7 as E del square E, del E by del T, del square E by del T square. So here in short format it has been written, you just imagine. So you just consider this one. If I am going to consider del E, only del E, that means what I am going to get, what is the value I am going to get? I am going to get, see here, this is the function of t, this is the function of position. So this del is nothing but change derivative with respect to the displacement. That means del by del x, del by del y, like this. So from here we can get I. So here see minus is there, minus ik, and then E vector. Okay, minus ik into E vector, and another del by del t you consider. Del by del t means here it will be differentiate, and we are going to get I omega into E0, right? Sorry, E. So here del, from, if I am going to consider operation of only del upon E, we are going to get the coefficient minus I omega, and if you are going to consider operator del by del t, then we are going to found the coefficient I omega. Similarly, del square by del t square, we can found I omega into I omega, that is your how much? I square minus omega square, right? So these things we are going to be consider for equation number 7 and 8. Okay, carefully we have to consider. See, equation number 7 and 8, collectively if we are going to write, then it will be curly bracket E and H and the coefficients. See, if we are going to consider this term del square E, if I am going to consider del E, we found minus ik, del square E, how much we are going to find? Minus ik into minus ik, it will be plus I square k, that means minus I square k square minus k square. So here I substituted as minus k square. Simple, very simple. Then next term, you consider the next term. Here it is sigma mu 0 del E by del T, minus is there. So sigma and mu 0 is constant. Here I written sigma mu 0. Okay, sorry, here sigma mu 0. Okay, then del E by del T of E is how much? I omega E. That means I omega is going to be multiplied. This is positive. So here this is minus is there. So it will be minus I omega sigma mu 0. Okay. Next term is mu 0 epsilon 0 del square h by del t square, or you can consider mu 0 epsilon 0 del square E by del t square. So del square E or H by del t square is the value is how much? Minus omega square, right? Minus omega square you just put over here. Then it will be plus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0. Okay. If it will be considered E, then omega square E it will be. Okay. So minus plus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0. For equation number 7 it will be E. For equation number 8 it will be H is going to multiply with the whole equal to 0. But here E and H are what? E are the natural vectors, but it could not be 0. This E and H could not be 0. So hence this coefficient is going to be 0. If I am going to be equate, this coefficient will be equal to 0, then minus k square minus I omega sigma mu 0 plus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 equal to 0. Then multiply minus, it will be k square plus I omega sigma mu 0 minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 will be equal to 0. Take these two terms to right hand side. It will be k square equal to omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 minus I omega sigma mu 0. Now we have to put the value of sigma, whatever we found, the conductivity we found in our equation number 4. You just check your note. That is your minus I n e square by m omega, that I have been substituted over here. Minus n e square by m omega instead of sigma I have been substituted over here. Where I taken from? I taken from equation number 4. Then k square will be equal to omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 here, and here it will be I see minus minus plus, but I is I square, it will be minus, so minus omega n e square by m omega into mu 0, right? So here I am going to take, see here omega got cancelled, but I am going to take the common omega square mu 0 and epsilon 0. So obviously here there is no omega, but I have to divide omega square and epsilon 0, because epsilon 0 and omega square I have been taken common from this term and this term. So mu 0 epsilon 0 omega square, if I am going to take common from this term and this term, this will be 1 minus here n e square, mu 0 already gone outside, so it will divided by m omega square epsilon 0, right? So k square will be equal to, here mu 0 epsilon 0 is nothing but 1 by c square, that we know. So you just put, it will be omega square by c square. Mu 0 epsilon 0 is nothing but 1 by c square, so it will be omega square by c square into 1 minus n e square by m omega square epsilon 0, right? So k square we found, k square equal to omega square c square 1 minus omega p square by omega square. Okay, so this omega is nothing but n e square by n e square by m epsilon 0. Okay, n e square by m epsilon 0 considered as omega p square, which is nothing but your plasma frequency. So in your ionized medium, all the ions are vibrating with its own frequency. So due to the vibration of the ion, they are creating their own electromagnetic field. And what will be the frequency of that electromagnetic field, or you can say the frequency of the vibration of all the charged particle, plasma frequency, that will be called the plasma frequency, is nothing but n e square by m epsilon 0. The value is n e square by m epsilon 0. Here omega p is called as the plasma frequency. Okay, now refractive index of plasma medium. So here what we found the propagation vector. Okay, so here from the propagation vector we can found the relation between omega c and plasma frequency, because propagation vector indicates that in along which direction the so-called electromagnetic wave is propagating. So this is also represents the propagation of electromagnetic wave in the plasma medium by considering the plasma frequency omega p. Now we have to consider refractive index of a plasma medium. Let this is your represented by symbol small n. So we know that n is nothing but c by v. We know that c by v is nothing but your refractive index. So c by v is nothing but omega by k. We know that. So k, it will be kc by omega. Let this is your equation number 10. But k value, you write from equation number 9. We got k value from equation number 9. From equation number 9 we found k is nothing but root over of this one. That means omega by c root over of this one value. This is your k value that we have been substituted over here. So instead of k we can write omega by c root over of 1 minus omega p square by omega square into c by omega. So here omega c got cancelled. We found refractive index of the plasma medium is nothing but 1 minus omega p square by omega square. Let this is your equation number 1, and this expression is very, very important. So on this expression many questions you can found in your entrance examination, even if you in your BSc examination, that maybe refractive index is given, omega will be given, omega p you have to find out, or another two value is given, you are going to find out another value. So on this expression most of the question coming in your exam, that I'm going to say you have to remember this expression. So thank you so much for watching this video. Write down the note whatever we have been discussed carefully, and ready for the next class. Next class we are going to be discuss that propagation of EMW electromagnetic wave in ionosphere. Then what will be the behavior of electromagnetic wave in ionosphere, that we are going to discuss in our next class. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.